Oh, yes. You're in the right place.
Tell me what's going on, Twisted Cupid.
Listening to the Twisted Cupid podcast. Every Thursday evening.
Every Thursday night on the Twisted Cupid
Yes. This is the Twisted Cupid podcast. Thank you guys for being here. We are starting a little bit late because I had a little bit of techie poo issues. But that happens. You know what I mean? It happens to the best of us. Mm-hmm. With me, as always, my amazing co-host, the one, the only, Amy Liszka. How's it going, Amy?
The tech issues are that you don't listen to your wife.
Oh.
Especially when she's pregnant.
Dude, she's pregnant.
That is quite the issue.
Dude, it starts with a P, but it's like a period times 1,000. They get angry. If you put a baby in them. Oh, Jesus. It's like they're yelling at you for two, you know? I mean,
how are you alive?
But I kid my pregnant wife. I kid the most amazing co-host in the history of podcasts. The one, the only Amy Liszka. Other than me not listening to you, how you feeling this week, Amy?
Good.
Good.
Hi, guys. How
nice
are you? Listen, I'm the cool one.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. That's right. It's that thing inside of her that makes her evil.
No. I'm very cool. What is it?
That's very obvious, by the way.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Listen, I'm very cool.
I agree.
Jake pushes my buttons, and he's wrong. But
fair enough. Dude,
very obvious.
I like to start with an on-air podcast fight where nobody knows what it's about. It didn't start on the podcast. They're just like they're rewinding. They're going, did I miss the beginning of the podcast? Like, why is she so mad at him? He seems lovely.
I'm already giving them like.
That's right.
But anyways, you guys are
I'm
lovely.
Cupid and she's fucking twisted. What? Gasoline on a fire. Gasoline on a 7-month pregnant fire.
But besides that, I'm doing good. I still have like a frog horn in my voice. But
frog horn?
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
That's right. Well, I have a leg horn in mine, so we're all good. We're all good. But let me introduce our two awesome guests, man.
Yeah.
First up, he is a returning guest of the podcast.
You almost said retarded.
No.
That was Freudian. Wow.
We're getting canceled now.
Wow. No, I did.
You heard it.
I pronounced it right.
You heard it.
I pronounced it right. I said returning guest of the podcast.
You did it again.
I know. I said returning. Have I been saying it wrong for years? Is that why I keep getting fired from every job I say returning at?
Returning.
I used to work in the return section at Amazon, and they hated me. Oh, my God. Especially at the library. They were like, you didn't even whisper it in here. What are you doing? I worked in the return section of the library.
Returning guest. I have returned.
He is the returned guest.
Mentally
now that he has
capable, mentally competent.
Yes.
Some would say incredibly mentally
right.
competent. Did okay on his SATs.
That's right.
The record show.
And not only is he hilarious stand-up comic, he
had a good SAT score.
He had an amazing SAT score. I don't give a damn what them lying colleges he went to said. Fake news, I say.
Yeah.
Fake news. That's right. I will George Santos this man's way into the White House. I'm getting him elected. But you have a hilarious show on Sirius XM with the one, the only Lisa Ann.
That's right. The goat of porn.
That's right.
My girl, Lisa Ann.
That's right.
My future wife. My lover.
Does she know this?
No, she doesn't. We're just friends.
Yeah. I figured you're like my future wife, and she has no idea that I stalk her Instagram every night.
But seriously though, it is a hilarious show, so you guys should look it up on Sirius XM. It's called Better Halves. It's awesome.
Better Halves on
you guys
Sirius
crush it.
XM. Follow the Instagram. You know how it is.
That's right. Look it up. And
Got
also
the plug in. I'm done. See ya.
Boom.
Mic drop plug.
Let me introduce our second guest. She is a first-time guest to the podcast. Another hilarious stand-up comic.
It's been too long. We've been trying to get you on for a long time.
I know. I'm free on Thursdays. Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, queen.
She will one day be a returning guest as well.
One day. Snotted on myself. Good start.
Mm-hmm.
But she is the one, the only Hurricane Hope. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, glad to be here.
It's a badass
Glad to have
name.
you. Absolutely.
It's Louisiana shit. Hurricane
Hope?
Uh-huh.
Is
Yeah.
your first name Hurricane? No. That would be Louisiana.
Yeah.
My name Hurricane Hope.
No, you put Hurricane right on the birth
That's
certificate.
how that happened. Pretty much.
I just did this. That's hilarious. What class hurricane are we talking?
That depends on the day.
Really?
Yeah.
On 9/11. What were you on 9/11?
Were you born
She
yet?
forgot.
Yeah. I was in school. My stepdad was a pilot, and I remember like,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
is he okay?
Shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is he okay? Was he?
He's fine.
That would be crazy if her dad was the pilot on
Yeah.
that flight.
Oh,
Thanks
she
for
was one
bringing
of
it
the
up, guys.
I would be like, oh my god.
oh my god. Joel said Amy has a Demi Moore voice.
Yes.
But honestly, I read it wrong because I was so huffy. I thought I said a demon voice.
What do they say about Bret has a gay bitch voice? What the hell? Hey, cut it out. I'm trying my best to have a masculine timbre. Thank you very much.
Are you just raspy from yelling at Jake?
That's right. Oh,
Well,
dude, you should
did
have
you
seen her
have a
before the
cough?
podcast started.
It's been like this for almost 2 weeks now, and
She's been pissed off this whole time.
so yeah, it's because we got in a huge fight, and
Yeah.
I won, but it cost my voice. It's
That's
like
right.
the Little Mermaid. She's like, Ursula was like, "You will
Right.
win this fight, but I need to take your voice."
She
It's
got
gonna
me.
cost
What
you.
cost? She was like the samurai stabbing herself through the stomach to get the guy behind her. You know?
Worth it.
Yeah, that's what she did. It was great.
That is a great
Dude,
reference.
she took me down Bushido style.
Get wrecked, bitch.
Yes.
Yes, Amy.
Yeah.
Knock his ass down a peg. He's been living too
got me.
high on the podcast hog.
She got me. I was like, there's no way she's stabbing it all the way through her tum-tum to get me. Oh my
Predator.
God, she did it.
Predator.
She did it.
Predator.
Yeah.
We're both going down.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not going down. We're going down. I love it.
Dude, my favorite character was Jesse the Body Ventura in Predator. He was the man.
What was he in it?
He was the goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Wait, what,
Remember
he
that?
was? I didn't,
Yeah, he told
I
them.
didn't rewatch the movie.
Oh, dude, yeah, he calls everybody a homophobic slur for not chewing his smokeless tobacco.
Really?
And he claims that it will turn you into, quote, a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus, just like me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a hell of a product placement for Skull. That's right.
I don't
It
know
was
if that's
great.
the sex animal I want. Tyrannosaurus. You know?
Yeah, you're right. Those little arms.
It'll turn
They
you into a
can't grab
goddamn
you.
sexual Tyrannosaurus. You're gonna thrust all awkwardly, and but you're not gonna be able to do weird things with your hands. I don't know.
No, imagine.
I need an animal that can choke me. Come on.
a hurricane.
That's right.
She's upgraded to class 2. Oh, Bud Light.
That's right. That's right. A storm is a brewing. Without further ado, you guys ready to start this podcast to take our first
Yeah.
question?
Oh,
from
I think I got them beers, but then I didn't get them an opener for the beer.
Oh, it's all right. I
like
got it.
them
I got it.
visually.
Can you get them an
yes,
opener?
yes. While you're reading the question, I will get.
Oh, you can't do it with your tooth?
Let me just for the record, if I would have forgot the opener, she would have yelled at me more, and her voice would be even worse right now. I know that would have happened. But without further ado, let's take our first question from the wild animals on Reddit. If you guys have questions to write them immediately to twistedcupidpodcast@gmail.com, or even better, like and subscribe on YouTube and write them into the chat live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. For right now, we're going to take our first one from the wild animals on Reddit.
Yeah. Okay, just a disclaimer. Jake and I are very much in love. Okay?
Yeah, she's all right.
No, I love him to death. All right, so I try to come up with a theme every week and
Yes.
kind of like add the questions per the theme. And the theme this week is
What if the first question was from Jake? Why are you so hard on me? Jake. Sorry, I interrupted Amy. I'm sorry, guys.
no. So the theme this week are laws are such a faux pas. Because laws are such a faux pas.
Faux pas.
Faux pas. Yeah. My dad actually reminded me that faux pas was a noun. Because I wanted to say laws are so faux pas. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. Faux pas is a noun, meaning a mistake.
Right.
So I had to change the wording. Anyways.
Laws are a faux pas.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only didn't I know what faux pas was, I don't know what a noun is. I thought faux pas was some kind of weird cat.
Yeah, I thought faux pas was foie gras.
Yeah.
My dad's an English teacher, so he like corrects me all the time. So.
Right.
It's like foie
My
gras, but
mom's
with
an English
pigeons.
teacher too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I felt like every single question kind of had a lot of like legality stuff involved with
Yes.
it. That's why. So I kind of just like, I feel like a lot of the answers could just, just talk to the police and there's your answer,
Yes.
But anyways, okay. First question. Co-signed for my ex, and now he is dead.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dudes will do anything to get out of paying a bill.
She co-signed for his car. Okay. So I co-signed for my ex's car, but we were getting married, and he said he would be able to pay off the car faster if he got a lower interest rate. I saved him probably $100 a month, and no.
She really is nagging this guy for dying. I was just kidding. Holy fuck.
Do we know how he died?
No.
Just curious.
No, we don't.
He said he was going to protest the Trump trial. I didn't know he was going to light himself on fire in front of the courthouse. That's crazy.
No, because I was wondering if I should take this question because that has to do with a dead person.
Nah, it's hilarious.
But
Go ahead.
she never really said how he died, so I felt it was fair.
Wait, what? That's even crazier. I think she fucking did it.
Probably. Okay. He got a lower interest rate. I saved him probably $100 a month, and no, he never made an extra payments or tried to pay the car off any faster. I wish he had, because then I wouldn't be in this situation. Also, I know now co-signing is a bad idea, so please don't be mean to me about it.
This was her eulogy, word for word, at the funeral, by the way. Wow. It's brutal.
All I did was try to help someone who I thought I was going to spend my life with.
Well, you did, kind of. Death gets you part.
When we split up,
Whoa, dude, I hate this woman.
When we split up, he said he'd pay the
She
car
murdered
off.
him.
He'd pay the car note, but wouldn't take me off the loan. So he sucks. Everyone I spoke to at the bank.
This is amazing.
Everyone I spoke to at the bank said I had no legal resources, and I had to just hope he paid it. Recourses.
Oh, I got you.
Thank you.
It was a real faux pas, the way you said it.
I had to
I'm
just
learned.
hope he paid it, basically, which he did
From the
until
afterlife?
he did pay his bills until he died last month. What? So they broke up.
Fuck
So
him.
she never says why they broke up, even though they were supposed to get married. She never mentions that, and she never mentions how he died. But then, this is where the drama is.
Not in the fact that he's dead?
No.
That's not the drama?
She doesn't care that he died.
Wow.
She just thinks it's an inconvenience now. The car is in his family's possession right now because obviously we split up a while ago. I reached out several times to no avail to finally call again last week, and they said they don't want the car and we can discuss selling it when they can find a family member to take it. I asked for the VIN number and the mileage and stuff, and they never gave it to me. Now the payment is a few days past due, and I'm trying to decide my next course of action before they charge me a late fee. Basically, what I want to know is that am I well within my rights to make the payment and take the car, right? Do I just show up at the door and say, give me the car, or do I need to get a lawyer or the police to go with me? Dun, dun, dun.
I so hope she calls 911 about this. I want this to be an emergency call. I hope it's broadcast on somewhere. I mean, they save those things. It's public record. I really want to hear her doing it. Like, here, his dead family's keeping the car. What's he taking it with him? He's not an Egyptian pharaoh. Fuck him.
I just feel like when anyone dies, like a lot of times you just think about all the good things they did for you and didn't think about like the being a jerk. She does not even care. No. She's like, no, he was a jerk. We were supposed to get married. He owes me this money, and now he's dead.
Let me tell Reddit in detail.
Guy can't catch a break, man. No wonder he killed himself. I'm just assuming that was how he went.
I don't know, but I mean, I couldn't believe.
I would kill myself if I was this dude.
I mean, and then she's mad at the family for not like for them not being like more, empathetic for her. And I'm like, maybe if you show some empathy for their son
They just lost
that
a
they
son.
just lost.
And you're like,
I love that she's like, okay, so the bill's due in a month, and I don't know how this late fee's gonna go.
Listen,
Bitch ass bills to pay.
I know it was a tough month for you guys, but it's been like weeks now. I haven't been taken care of,
Just because you die doesn't mean the bills don't get paid.
the bill doesn't die. Wow. She co-signed putting her name on it.
So doesn't that mean she automatically just gets the car then if she keeps paying it?
I think so. Well, because technically it would his half of the car would go to the estate, right? So it's technically whoever his next of kin is, it's their half of the car, but they would also be responsible for half of the payment. So in this situation, I believe what happens is if both parties don't agree to that one of them gets the car, they then have to sell it. And they split their halves.
I have an
because this
idea.
happens with houses a lot.
I have an idea. May I? Amy?
Yeah, absolutely.
And this, I think, is pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
We cut the car in half.
Yes! King Solomon the car.
We King Solomon the car.
Yeah.
And then get this. This is what they don't get. Whichever one of them is like, don't cut the car in half. That's the owner of the car.
Yes.
That's the one
They
who gets
actually
it.
care about it. Do you see the parable?
If this woman was one of the women in the King Solomon story, she would have been like, fuck that, I'm cutting it in half. Just to see the look in this other bitch's eyes. I don't care. And you know what? I'm taking the better half. I'm taking the fun half without that stupid birthmark on it.
What were you going to say, Amy? I cut you off. I interrupted
No,
you.
I was just talking about legal stuff. I think your thing is 10 times better.
Right,
I was just saying, like, I don't even know because yours was so good. I was just like, I feel like in a situation like this, any company would just like forget about the late fee because it doesn't mean anything to them.
Right.
So when you're dealing with like some sort of like credit card fee, late fee, and because of a death, I'm sure they would like.
But you can only use the death card so many times.
I've had a couple of credit card. No, I've had a couple of credit card bills.
My boyfriend died again.
All I had to say was the magic words. Will you please waive this late fee for one time? And they say yes all the time.
I know what you mean.
I don't know why she's so worried about this late fee as if like they're not going to, like, someone died. They'll give you a little bit of a nudge.
Will they?
I don't know, dude. Banks are known for being dicks.
Listen, yes, but I think she's a bigger dick than the bank will ever be.
She for sure. She's worse than the guy in There Will Be Blood. She's worse than that guy beating people to death with bowling pins going, I drink your milkshake. She would have pissed in the milkshakes, made that dude drink it, and then beat him with the bowling pin. She's evil.
The payment, and it's a lot of money, but $100 a month is...
Wait, this is only $100 a month?
No,
Holy
she
shit.
saved him about $100 a month.
I was going to say, I was like, yes, it's a lot, but no, it's not.
This is taking place in like 1979.
I'm like, that is not the amount that you're like banging on the door. Give me $100.
This is the 20s from 100 years ago. She's a time traveler. Ford just came out with a new horseless carriage, and this guy owes me $100. See, I could have bought 7 houses with that money.
I love this story, though.
Joe says she can't spend the rest of her life with him. Maybe she can spend the rest of her life with her car. Yeah, with his car. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But they broke up before he even died, and who knows why? Because she won't say. She cares.
I'll bet I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was her fault. Based off of what we know about her personality, I'm going to say whatever the hell happened was her fault. I don't care if her ex was Harvey Weinstein. I'm siding against the dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this question. I just feel like...
against the lady. You know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I know I can be a mean person, but I hope I never get this mean.
Oh, she's pretty brutal. Yeah, and I mean, I point this out.
Wait, your wife or the woman we're talking
I think this question was written from my wife in the future.
Jake had a moment. Yeah. She's pretty brutal.
I just wish she didn't remind me of anybody I know so much. I mean,
kick his ass. We're gonna, here's what we do. I have a plan. We get him. Do you guys have a car?
For this
We
week, we
borrowed
do.
one. Yes.
For this week, you
This
know?
week until
Yeah,
May
yeah.
2nd, until my parents come back.
Can
have a
we
car.
draw a contract up and have him sign it to prove his affection and love?
Yeah.
And then, well,
This guy loved her enough to sign a car thing.
come on.
And then
do
Jake
it.
dies in a month.
Jake dies in a month.
Mysterious causes.
He just ate some sushi I made for him, and then all of a sudden he got real sick. I don't know what happened.
And now I got this goddamn car note.
Oh my god! By the way, when you were talking the legal stuff, I was like, "All right, this man has watched Judge Mathis.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
This man has watched a few prime
That's right.
daytime
That's
judge
right.
law show."
I'm not. Yeah. I'm not getting whittled out of this tiny little 2-bedroom apartment in Queens. You know, because I didn't do the right paperwork.
No, you've watched your fair share of
That's
law
right.
stuff.
That's right. I'm getting half the cat toys, all of that.
No, but honestly, we've all have exes, right? Has anyone had an ex that's died?
No.
No, and I don't care what anyone says. It's a goddamn lie. It's a goddamn lie. She's missing in Yellowstone.
Not yet. No, I haven't. I've never had an ex die.
Not someone
Nice.
that like I actually dated. I mean, not someone that I
shit.
slept with.
Oh, well,
that,
right.
that passed away.
That doesn't count.
Man.
But like not someone
But
that actually.
I'm just
like,
saying, like, okay, so you slept with him, and then he
Pre
died.
or post
Didn't
death?
you remember, like, only the good parts of sex? You're like, well, he wasn't
Yeah.
that bad.
What that dick do?
I mean, he's kind of a douche. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a good sign for his dick, though.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, it was.
Douches oftentimes, in my experience of blowing men, typically lay it down.
He was like a Wall
That's
Street
right.
douchebag. That's what I was like.
Yeah.
Coked out.
Well, there you go.
Coked out.
OD on coke. Yeah.
Wow.
shit.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
There we
Wall
go.
Street shit.
Oh,
wow.
shit.
Well, you know what they say? Fentanyl doesn't just kill the good ones. Sometimes they're real jerks.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
what's up. That's very Jordan Belfort. Did he do coke? And did you guys hook up? Did he have coke dick?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
That's
Yeah.
why
That
she's
is a
like,
thing.
She's like, I can't think of anything good that happened during that sex.
Yeah, the
She's
Sinaloa
like,
softie.
technically, we didn't
That's what
really
they call
have
it.
sex.
Yeah.
There were some good times.
He's dead.
No,
You
there
can
you
tell
go.
us the full story.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
this.
I'm not gonna get a Ouija board and tell on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel weird talking about it because he's dead.
No, okay.
I don't know. It's weird talking
Fair
shit
enough.
about someone that.
No, I agree.
Isn't
I
it
agree.
weird talking shit about someone who's dead?
Yeah.
Isn't it
Yeah.
weird talking
'Cause-
shit about? And that guy died how long ago?
It's a couple of like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Not
much more
one
than
month.
1 month.
And then you put it on the internet.
Yeah, I know her name's Hurricane. She's not as heartless as the lady in the question. She's not as heartless as the lady in the
A
question.
month ago.
A month.
A month ago. But hey,
I love that she calls the parents not to give her condolences, but she's like, let's talk
Yeah.
about bin
Bin
numbers.
Let's talk numbers.
VIN number. The most human minutia thing imaginable is a VIN number.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is insane.
But it's 1 month post breakup though is definitely when you're feeling your most, fuck him.
Oh yeah.
I hope, I
absolutely.
believe in
Really
her.
want to know how
So
he
do you
died.
think she got dumped? Now I feel like I want to know how the breakup happened more than how he died.
Yeah, I think she got dumped.
She did, and I point this out at least once a podcast.
Yeah.
When in doubt, particularly because of lack of details that seem important, I always err against the person writing the questions for two reasons. A, this is Reddit and their animals. B, this is a source by, for, and about them. This is their personal Fox News, MSNBC,
Yes.
North Korean state-run news if they happen to inherit the whole country. So when they conveniently leave out little things like, why did we break up? How'd he die? Those are huge details.
Those are big details.
It's not like this is a 3-sentence story. This was 7 paragraphs, and she did not need. She did not feel the need to mention this.
There actually had to be a second techno song.
Yeah,
If you notice, it
skipped
ended,
tracks.
and then it was like,
there was a whole techno track, and she did not feel the need to mention this. Within a whole song, within 3 choruses and 3 refrains, she did not mention once why the hell this guy passed away or they broke up.
it is really funny hearing like a pretty tragic story, and you just hear,
He's dead. Dun, dun, dead.
A splash of a symbol.
Bump it into that VIN number.
I'm in mourning.
She
She
didn't mourn
did
at
say that she was
Fuck
in love
no.
with him and they were supposed to get married. That she did add that.
all. Right.
I mean,
Until
This could be a great
look, you know what? I think this guy's better off dead than marrying her. I would rather eat the bullet than marry this lady. That's insane.
This could be a rom-com, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The rom-com of the ghost of him coming back and saying, hey, can you leave my family
Yeah.
alone?
Yeah. It turns out he's in purgatory right now, and his punishment is having to date her again. And so he just comes back and
That's a
asks for
different
the
guy, though.
I would
It's
love
like down to earth.
I would love for her to go down to the police station to try and get the police on her side, and they'll be like,
Right.
could you like maybe
Yeah.
give it 6 more months and maybe we might come
And,
down?
and the cops are sitting there in interrogation. No, seriously, tell us how he died. No, this is our job. No, this part is really our job.
we need these details.
Yeah. We don't deal with car bills and late payments. What we do deal in is deaths without a whole lot of information. That's what we want to know about.
So do we give her advice?
Maybe grow a heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, go see the wizard to make sure you have a heart. I don't know.
Yeah, figure out whatever Ebenezer Scrooge did to get the 3 ghosts to make him a better person. Because
Yeah.
you are going to need those 3 ghosts. And one of the ghosts should be this guy. You know what I mean? Like, he could be the ghost of Christmas past or car payment past, I
he's
guess.
Jacob Marley. I mean, I know
Yeah.
Christmas Carol very well. So Jacob Marley's the first ghost, which warns him about
I
the other
really
3.
thought he was going to be
And
an
honest-
obscure son of Bob Marley.
Like all she has to do is just fill out paperwork about someone passing away, blah 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 blah. The car will get repossessed or whatever. It's not the end of the world. This has happened before, you
Yeah.
know. So she needs to take a fucking chill pill, and grow a heart.
Just don't take whatever pills he took, you know?
Yeah.
Hope. What's your?
Well, so actually, my granddad co-signed on a car with me, and he died. And then my step grandma, that bitch.
Is this your step grandma?
I have no idea what that bitch is. I think she murdered my granddad. Low key, not even lying. But all the money, all the car payments that I had done, she ended up. But since he was like the main co-signer, she like repossessed the car and everything. So all the money I'd put into owning that car, like
Wow.
because
Were you on time with your payments though?
yeah. But just the fact that he was the main co-signer and all of his shit went to her, she decided that
Wow.
she owned it and I didn't.
Hope is full of gold nuggets.
Yeah,
I
wow.
know.
Damn.
If this isn't your step grandma, this is like that lady's granddaughter or something. This is
Yeah.
almost identical stories.
I love
Damn.
it.
And
Well, your grandma knew what to do. Unlike right to Reddit, she was just like, "Bitch, it's my car."
She had like 3 dead husbands and we're like, yo, like pretty sure she killed granddad.
Yeah.
that
She's
was
a
her
Black
hustle.
Widow.
That was her, a Black Widow?
Yeah.
Times
Black
3.
Widow. That's a lady that kills the dudes for the money. You know what I mean?
Oh,
The
okay.
inheritance.
I was
Yeah.
like-
the Black Widow.
I was like, why you gotta bring race into it? I was like, whoa, dude. I was like, whoa. I know I said retarded, but I'll go there, but not there.
Well, my grandmother always said there's certain women you
Damn.
just don't date. Otherwise, they
Right.
they get their fangs in you. That's what you know. She was
Damn.
old school like that.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. That does suck.
Yeah.
It does suck.
Yeah. Did you want to kill this broad?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not into murder so much. I'm more of a hippie.
I feel like this.
myself.
I feel like this question definitely brought up a lot of memories and
It
a lot
should.
of feelings.
She's
having a
co-signing on
flashback.
cars. But I mean, then I moved to New York and I don't need a car, so.
Yeah, like a non-vet playing with firecrackers. It's she's got that 1,000-yard stare. Now that we're talking about black widows, again, not a racial thing. I will call them widows of color, though, if that's a new thing we got to do now. It's a woman that kills a guy for the inheritance.
Yeah, but it's weird because off mic, Jake will say colored widows.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It's like, whoa, Jake, come on.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's ain't
It's
the
like-
60s, bud. It ain't the 60s.
God, you guys
I mean,
are
their
so-
husbands die for all kinds of reasons. That's their fault. I mean, come on.
Jeez,
What are we
man.
doing?
That's fascinating.
That's right.
So that's insane. You've had experience directly with. Yeah, I mean, and we're just making you. We're like, all right, talk about having something you invested in stolen by your step grandma. All right, talk
Yeah.
about that guy you had sex with, his dick that's dead now. Come on, Hope. Come on.
what's next?
Every question on this podcast is sort of like Hope's, sort of like Slumdog Millionaire thing.
Yeah.
Only
Tragic
it's not. It's a game show where she wins no money. it's kind of rough.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Just reference Hope.
What a legendary movie that
All
was.
right.
It was very good.
I'm ready for the next question. I
Yes,
feel
me
bad.
too.
We crushed that.
Hope, sorry you won 0 rupees. That last question. Let's take our next question from the wild animals on Reddit. Hopefully it does not bring any traumatic memories back from our 20s and childhoods. For right now, we're going to take our next one from the wild animals on Reddit. You guys, give us your comments, give us your questions right there in the chat.
The next question, I'm not reading the question. I'm reading the edit to the question.
Ooh, okay.
So what
there
happened?
we go.
What happened in the first part was he was actually thinking that his wife was cheating. I can't.
You fucking nerds.
I can't right
This
now.
song goes too hard. All right,
Yeah.
I won't head nod out of respect to
Me either.
you, but this song goes hard.
It does.
I see that.
But I will
It's a
respect.
good cheating song, I feel like.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened was his wife of like 10 years, they have 2 kids. He was like, I know she's cheating on me. She went out with this dude, got all ready for him, won't tell me any details about this dude, put on lacy underwear, all this stuff.
she did.
So she's been really mean to him. They haven't had sex in 2 months. Like their sex life all of a sudden just like stopped. And this is when the guy kind of came back into the picture. So she's like, I don't know what to do. Every single time I try to talk to her, be nice, she just like jumps down my throat. So this is the edit. And this is where I feel like the law could be on his side.
Right after some dude jumped down hers. What?
Okay. My wife wants a different type of marriage. That's the name of it.
Open.
Okay. She admitted that she had been talking to this guy for a while and had intended to have a sexual encounter, but found him to be so lacking she decided not to. Apparently, he had emotions and wanted a relationship, so she talked with him, bought some of his art, and left. I guess he was an artist. I don't know.
Emotions. Gross.
Art, even worse.
Yeah.
She is still going to hang out with him, and she isn't interested in him anymore, apparently. I asked if she wanted an open relationship. She said yes. I asked if we would ever have sex again, and she said probably not. She said she just doesn't want to be in a relationship with anyone or have any sex with anyone anymore. But if she does decide to, she doesn't want to feel caged, especially after her most recent disappointment. But she wants to keep our family together. I don't know if she means her most recent disappointment as
Dude, this
him
is wild.
or the guy that she was
I
seeing.
think
that
the guy she was seeing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a permanent hall pass, and I don't ever have to explain where I was or who I am with. She said that is only fair, and I agree, and she wants the same. I can't force her to stay married or monogamous, and I don't want a divorce. So we are roommates now with a legally binding lifetime contract and joint finances. And apparently, I am now in an open relationship. A very sad day for me, but maybe not the worst outcome. I assume a lot of people will say she was lying, but it sounded honest, and for the first time in months, she wasn't mad at me. She was being direct, and whether she cheated or not wouldn't change anything because she had intended to and emotionally cheated, so the trust is gone either way. So I was right, sort of, and now my marriage is over, sort of, and that's just how life goes, I guess. I will need some time to process this.
Dude, I don't think he's in an open relationship. He's not in a relationship at all. Like, what's he talking about?
No,
it's over.
like they want to stay together for the kids, but like she wants an open relationship. He doesn't really want one, but he's accepting it because
What
that's
choice does he have?
Yeah, because he wants to stay together for the
I'll
kids.
tell you what choice he has. Tell her to get the fuck out. I don't know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
not-
Get a
not
freaking
hard.
lawyer and take her for whatever she's worth. she broke the marriage up, and then
Or he can
Right.
kill himself, leave her with a car bill.
Yes.
Co-sign on a bunch of stuff, and then commit seppuku. Just right there on top of as the ink is drying, you make it wet again. Just
These bills are
right
yours.
there. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Damn.
no, I feel bad because it's like you get married, like thinking you're on the same page, and when you guys just don't grow together, like that's a big left turn.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, I want a monogamous relationship. That's how I want to live my life. And then someone's like, nope, don't want it anymore. Sorry, but I'll stay married. Like that's.
Right.
I'd be like, bitch, we're not gonna have joint bank accounts at least. Like, come on.
And they have a kid, so it's not as exciting.
Kids come late
Yeah.
every
You
day.
can't just be like, all right, emotional. I'll go to the bar. It's like, no,
They
you
have
to
two
take
kids.
care
They
of
have
it.
2 kids.
Oh my god,
You gotta-
even worse.
Yeah, I mean, why are you gonna if you have 2 kids, you got a partner who likes you. I don't know why it's like, well, I gotta go fuck somebody else. It's like, what do you just don't. Just wait till the kids roll.
It doesn't seem like he wants to fuck somebody else.
I know.
Well, no, I'm talking about her, So I'm like, dude, you're totally, you're not the one in the wrong here, unless, like I said, they will leave out details. Now, I'm not seeing any glaring holes in the detail.
No.
Whereas like the last one, it's like, okay, well, there's clearly details missing. I'm just saying he could have done some horrible thing that we don't know about that he's not. But barring that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he really did anything wrong. Here's what I think. This is my little Alex Jones kind of conspiracy side of my brain talking here. I
The
think
Earth is flat.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Sorry.
And
Wait, Alex Jones agreed the Earth was round, right?
no, yeah, he thought the Earth is wrong.
Yeah.
That is how I know that the flat Earth thing is the dumbest conspiracy. It's because I listened to a 5-hour episode of Rogan with Alex Jones. And all the crazy shit he was talking about, there being colonies on Mars where the government was sending people. He was talking about how aliens were communicating telepathically with the Pentagon from generals smoking DMT every day. And they asked him, "Hey, what do you think about the whole flat Earth conspiracy?" And he was like, "That shit is ridiculous, Joe. That shit is ridiculous. I will not let it sully the name of Infowars.com. Let's stop talking this ridiculous conspiracy shit and
Right.
keep talking aliens."
Sorry, I distracted us by mentioning flat Earth.
Oh,
You had
dude,
a
I
theory.
love
You had a
flat
real
Earth.
real theory.
Oh, yeah.
This is my theory.
I think this is the dude. I think he wrote this. He was with the lady from the last question, and I think he wrote this right before he offed himself.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, Joel said
Wow,
the same
we're tying
thing.
them all
This
together.
guy is too
Boom.
concerned about her cheating. What if he co-signs for the other guy?
Boom. There we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah. We're all on the same page.
Yes.
We're all on the same
Uh-huh.
page.
I think this guy should learn the other guy's signature and commit identity fraud.
Yeah. I think he should just go to a bar and try and bang someone.
Yeah. How's that? Yeah,
bang
if
it
she's
out.
going to do it, you should do it.
Listen, you gotta, if she's gonna do it, you gotta embrace it.
Yeah.
He obviously loves his kids, and he put it in a very beautifully sad way, which
He
is
did.
we're lifetime roommates with a binding contract.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, that
Yeah.
Put it into words,
put it
man.
like that.
There's no Hallmark cards for
Well,
that.
also, I feel like
For good reason.
you know,
there's no. Sorry,
I've talked to friends like this where, in a weird way, like they kind of put themselves in a pickle. It's like, in a weird way, they date someone
Now
that
someone
wants
put a
an
pickle
open
in her.
relationship, but they're only agreeing to it because they don't want to let that person go. And I'm like, with whatever relationship you're with, you honestly have to be very honest with yourself with what you want. If you want to date lots of other people, you have to be open about that. And then you'll find someone that's into that, and they're going to be fine. If you want monogamy, you have to be very clear about that, because then I see them trying to fight for hoping that other person will be like, well, maybe they'll be monogamous with me after so much, and I can prove myself. And that never works. That never, ever works. And now she's calling the shots, and I have a feeling he wants monogamy. So the best bet for him is get a divorce, find that woman that's going to fall in love with, and there's tons of them out there. You're going to be a great dad. That's just...
Tell you what, I'll tell you who caught a stray in this story. The guy she initially was trying to get with, that wasn't the husband.
Yeah.
Because she goes,
The
and he was
disappointment.
severely lacking. And I'm like,
Wow.
oh,
Dick.
shit.
He had coke dick.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, poor guy. Yeah, that guy caught it. He's reading the Reddit thread
He
like,
did.
what the fuck?
One
He's like-
thing I need to point out that's
Yeah.
very important.
But I told her this hardly ever happens.
The woman in this question, the wife, is actually the breadwinner, and he's been the stay-at-home dad this entire time.
Oh, dude.
So maybe he feels like, what's it called, trapped or something.
He's got to start. He's got to start selling blow or something. You know. I know a good customer.
Do I
The
want
guy who's been
monogamy
trying to
or
fuck
to
his
get
wife.
a job? Decisions.
Damn, this
I mean,
poor fella.
he's got it. Yeah, he should find somebody else. But first, he should go hook up with one or two women just at the bar. Again, they don't have to be the love of your life. You don't even have to be attracted to them. This is a spite fuck, my friend. This isn't for enjoyment. This is out of pure rage.
Why would sex be for enjoyment, please?
Yeah, well, hopefully it is, but I'm just saying that's not what this is
No,
about.
it's to procreate.
No,
It's to
that's
procreate.
right. Yeah. Procreate with it too. Have spite children. Raise a spite family.
This is a spite baby.
Yeah. My son's name is Revenge.
I loved what you said about the Hallmark cards. You are right. There really is no open marriage Hallmark cards.
Yeah.
Open this up. Just like our marriage. And it's got like the heart and like all
Right.
the fancy nice font.
Yeah. Hallmark doesn't give a shit about people in polyamorous marriages.
No, they don't.
There's no
It's a
Hallmark.
fantastic business idea, by the way. I'm gonna start making these cards. But
50%.
you got it.
The handshake. Is this recorded?
Yep.
Is the video
Boom.
recorded? Is
Boom.
it recorded? Is
Yes,
it
it
recorded?
is. It is.
So
Yes.
I
All right.
used to,
On YouTube.
I'm a huge
Okay.
reality star junkie, and I used to watch Sister Wives or whatever. I forget, but basically, I felt bad for her.
Fuck yeah.
She was like the fourth wife of the same guy, and she tried to open up this jewelry thing called like Sister Wives Closet, and she sold jewelry, and a lot of people wouldn't buy it because they didn't support open marriages or like sharing marriages, and I felt bad. I was like, it's
Right.
good jewelry.
Polygamy.
Yeah, polygamy. I don't know. I get everything.
There's definitely a difference. Big difference there.
What if this necklace turns me into a polygamist?
Yeah,
That's
I
a
don't
weird thing.
believe in open marriage, but come on, I do believe in polygamy.
Yeah, I'm old school like that. I'm old school. Mitt Romney.
old school.
Yeah, I take my cues from Mitt Romney. All right.
You want to have 3 to 4
Yeah.
wives. You want to have a depth chart, and you have power rankings on the wall.
That's right. There's only one kind of poly support, and it's the kind that the Romney family does.
Paul, what?
That's right. There's only one kind of poly support. Never mind. It was a dumb joke. It was a ridiculous rip.
Yeah,
Poly.
listen, the Romneys.
Polyamorous polygamy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, careful. The Romneys are close family friends. So.
Oh, yeah.
Are they really?
I know I look like it might be true. I look like I might be true. I got young Republican face.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
young Republican face.
My mom was Mitt Romney's fourth wife. And if you thought this lady had trouble selling jewelry, wait till you talk to my mom about her Etsy. Nothing.
No, open marriage. That's a huge bummer for this fella, especially when you didn't want it.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
get it tossed at you partway through your marriage. You got a kid, and you're like, and you.
Two kids.
Tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. It's tough. 2 kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 kids, man.
And
That's a rough
they're
one.
not
That's a
close
rough
to
one.
graduating. They're like at the ages where it's like, oh, this sucks.
You know what I would
Yeah.
do to make her jealous?
Yeah.
I would remove a rib, suck my own dick.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson style.
Who needs you anyway?
She walks in and you got a fresh surgical scar with a staples in, and you're just down there going, "You did this to me."
You're not
Well-
really lacking me.
The thing that shocks me is that he said that like they had a pretty okay sex life, like healthy sex life, and then he said it just completely stopped 2 months ago.
Yeah, she's not into him anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's such a short time for her to be like, we're not having sex anymore.
Right.
It is.
It wasn't
yeah.
like, so I feel bad. I don't know what she went through that all of a sudden she just went I know she's 43, maybe, and he's 40, so maybe.
Bang one out with a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
No,
ever thought about
honestly,
taking
good-
your wife's hard-earned money and spending it on a hooer?
Well, that's what he
What's
should
that
do.
feel like?
Keep spending all this,
I'll tell you after this podcast.
all of her money, because he's the stay-at-home dad. All of the join a bank account on like the bitches,
man.
the new whores, and just like trying to wind it down. It was like, hey, having a hall pass is expensive. You wanted this. I'm the guy. I
Yeah.
have to be like treating these girls.
Oh,
Right.
dude, he better get all of this on tape because if there's one thing I know about divorce court, it's that it's tough to show up as a dad in sweatpants, going, "Yeah, I stay at home and can I have half the stuff? Can I have?"
You're absolutely right.
It's a tough one, man.
That's
You
a
can't.
tough one.
He's got the Peg Bundy leopard pants in court, and they're just giving him no respect whatsoever.
No, and it's
None.
a shame.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah, that's right. Where's this guy's glass ceiling? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got to break it.
Right. Men are kind of this episode. Men are kind of taking in the shorts on this episode.
Yeah, I'm going to be a men's rights activist by the end of this
But
episode.
he can
Join
obviously
me.
prove.
That's right.
He can obviously prove that like she cheated and she
Infidelity,
She wanted,
yeah.
Yeah.
So is the law's going to go in his favor, right?
If he can prove it, that's what I'm saying. He's got to get this on tape. He's
How
got
do
to,
you
you know.
prove someone cheated?
I mean, yeah, you got to get it
Well,
on
he
tape.
already made
You
a
gotta
Reddit
get-
post, so that's the first step.
Your Honor, my client put it on Reddit.
He was awarded gold by 3 Redditors.
Look how many upvotes it got, Your Honor. They wouldn't upvote a lie.
Oh my gosh,
Man.
I don't know.
What is this, 4chan? Come on now.
That's got to be tough, especially you're a stay-at-home dad. So it's like you took yourself out of the working world.
Ooh, that's a tough one. He's got to start a stay-at-home dad OnlyFans. You know.
Could you imagine like him,
good idea.
him wanting to marry a new woman, but like, but I got such a good thing going with this lady
Yeah.
paying all my bills.
He's at the bar trying to meet new women, talking about, hey, how much do you like going to work every day? You like pancakes? I make good pancakes.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't have any advice for this guy except I feel like he's heartbroken, so I feel bad about that. But
Right.
you know, besides that, I mean, things will get better. He'll work it out.
Divorce is so common now too. Like with kids, especially when they're young, it's like
Yeah.
if you're gonna be miserable, might
Yeah.
as well just break up. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the one thing I don't support. It's like if they're both miserable and they're living together, I just hope they're not spreading that in the household. Like,
Yeah.
like-
There's no way to not do it. That's a good goddamn point. That's going to rub off on the kids.
yeah, like I feel like kids are more happier when it's like, all right, just I don't know, keep it outside of the house and
When they are not
Said-
hearing their parents scream at each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Literally, she said, he goes, are we ever going to have sex again? And she said, probably not.
yeah.
That's
Not just
rough,
like,
man.
hey, are we going to have sex this week? That just
The
ever
probably
again?
not is rough.
Yeah.
So he had the Lloyd Christmas response, which, so you're saying there's
Have-
Aw.
You gotta rewatch that movie.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I
it's
don't know.
great.
I think I
it
need
still
a-
holds up, man.
You know
I
those
rewatched it a
commercials
while ago.
where it's like it gets better commercials, like it's just a bunch of people just saying it gets better. Just I need a bunch of like divorced people like it gets better.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah.
better.
Jesus
It
Christ,
gets
you're
man.
better.
right.
That's rough.
Yeah. Instead of bullied teens.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just badgered and beleaguered.
Yeah,
There
this
is
is
men.
this is rough. I sort of feel like if this guy sat down and told his sad sex story to a non-vet missing 3 of his 4 limbs, the guy would be like, dude, I would not trade places with you. This
Listen,
is fucking rough.
He already wrote on Reddit. He already has like his DMs full right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's true.
Like any guy that's sad, all these girls are like, "Oh, but my pussy is so wet right now."
Ooh, a zaddy.
He's fine. He'll be fine. Feel bad for the kids now.
There's women that like a dad bod, but not a stay-at-home dad bod. Come on now.
All right, I'm ready for the next one.
All right, next question on the Twisted Cupid podcast. If you guys got questions to write in, write them to twistedcupidpodcast@gmail.com, or even better, write them right there in the chat. Give us your comments, give us your questions live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Let's take another one from the Wild Animals. Order it.
All right. Last question. I threw away my husband's collection and now he won't speak to me. What?
Collection of what?
Good. No, you don't do that. I don't even know what it is. You just don't do that.
Whatever
just don't
he's
do that.
collecting, she can fuck off. Yeah.
You know what? Fuck her.
I don't care if he's collecting STDs. That's what he likes.
Okay. My husband considers himself an art connoisseur when he's not. He filled his
Damn!
She shows
Tell me
up
how
with
you really feel.
with a beret and a cigarette with a filter going, that thing fucking blows. You wasted money on this.
Totally subjective to just go, he's not. I love it.
But he's
This lady's
wrong.
awesome.
He's very wrong. Okay.
Dude, I hope that this lady and the lady from the first question who hates her boyfriend for dying, I hope they Thelma and Louise it together and just get a convertible and just go around wrecking dudes' lives.
Yes.
Ruining their collections, killing them, and driving off a cliff.
He filled his home. He filled his home office and the hallway with his collection, which he inherited from his grandfather. The
Wait,
point-
come on
Collection
now.
of what?
So it's not his taste, it's his granddad's taste.
The point is that his grandfather got scammed, and most of the paintings, silhouettes, and artifacts, fake guns, books, ships, models, are fake and or reproductions.
Are fake and gay.
Very few real pieces. My husband
man.
knows, but he liked it as a kid, and so he kept it, adding stuff over the years. He always bought fakes or repos too, saying he likes how they look and he won't bankrupt us like that. To be honest, I couldn't stand the assortment of random knickknacks, especially because they aren't worth a thing. His hallway and office looked like a kid's idea of a museum. He was away on a trip 2 weeks ago, and I seized the occasion to put all the stuff in storage and give him a resting style. Give him a restyling to his office. Also, in the edits, she admits that she sold some of the stuff.
Well, wait a minute, though.
Yo,
I was on her
this
side. If
isn't
it's
okay.
that
I think I saw this
worthless-
episode of Pawn Stars.
If it's
But-
that worthless, how'd she sell it? Like,
I don't know.
can't sell
She
worthless
gave
shit like
some
that.
of the stuff away.
No, this
Okay.
is. I'm.
Okay.
Keep
But
going. I'm
she
so
wait.
pro
Wait.
dude.
But she did go and get it back. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm just saying, like in this question, she's not telling the full truth because she then told on herself in the edit. Okay.
That was my
Then
grandfather's scam that he fell for.
She put all the
You
stuff
evil
in
wench.
storage and gave him a restyling to his office. I figured he'd get upset, but eventually accept it. When he came back, he got silent. I reassured him I didn't throw any of the knickknacks, just put them in storage.
The knickknack.
And that
Not the pieces. Not
And-
the. Go ahead.
and
Go
that I
ahead.
liked his room much better now. And his grandmother should have done the same thing for his grandfather.
This guy can't.
Your
have anything.
grandmother
Throw
was an
shade on
abused woman. It
grandma?
was a different time.
This guy can't have anything, man.
He said
This episode should be called "Fellas Can't Catch a Break."
He said that the rest of the house already is in my style, and he has accepted it. But the office and hallway were his space. I reassured him he
That's
will
kinda
like it
reasonable.
better with
Office and
time.
hallway?
Yeah, so he has a hallway and an office to himself, and that's the only thing
Dude.
he ever decorated. And she has the whole house to herself.
Oh, I'm way on this guy's side now.
But
She wants that hallway though. She's like,
and
Like
he would
that.
like it better as time went by. But a week has passed, and he looks depressed. He stopped sending me.
Yeah, because he had one.
he's so
corner.
sad.
He had one me corner, and no matter what it is, just let him have a me corner
Yeah.
filled with GI Joe dolls,
Like goddamn knickknacks.
Funko Pops, fine art. What? Just
Oh,
let
that's
the
G.I.
guy-
Jim. That's a different thing. He's the Kmart of G.I. Joe.
Can't he just have one corner?
He can't have his office with
It was his-
grandfather's painting in
It's
it.
so framed with no empathy for him. I gave him a restyling. He didn't want a restyling.
It made him sad.
By the way, the art he got from his grandpa has some nostalgic effect
Right,
to
yes,
it.
yes.
Motherfucker, I have paintings from my grandma in my apartment.
Well, the thing is that
Those aren't heirlooms, they just loom.
All right,
And they look
wait.
gross.
let me finish this, and I'll give you my opinion.
Okay, go,
He
yeah.
stopped spending time in his room, barely talks to me, and even refuses intimacy.
Oh.
He acts indifferent and told me I
He
can
gave
get.
himself coke dick out of spite.
He acts indifferent and told me I can get rid of a few things I kept. I am starting to think I overstepped. Did I make a mistake? I am considering apologizing and get his stuff back in his office. Yeah, you made a mistake,
Yeah.
a big one. She's
She's self-aware.
So yeah, no, I feel bad for this guy. He went through a huge depression, and even though he admitted, he goes, "I know a lot of the stuff's worthless, but it means
It's
something to
sentimental,
me."
yeah. At first, I was like, "Is this like a hoarder situation?" But I was like,
No.
"Oh, you got an office
That's
and a
what I thought.
hallway? That's it? Okay."
It was,
No,
she
he had
starts
one,
off
he has
with this
one
guy
hallway,
sounds
and it
insane.
leads into
and
his
then-
office, and that is his section. He hasn't gone past his boundaries. The rest of the house, she is decorated.
Yeah, once
Dude,
you finish
an
it, I was like,
office and a
"Oh,
hallway.
yeah, yeah."
He's got an office and a hallway. That means she's got the bedroom. She's got any additional
Kitchen,
bedrooms. She's got the
living
kitchen.
room.
She's got a living room. She's got a garage if they got that. She's got the outside.
She's got a
of the
couple
house.
knickknacks of her own, okay?
Yeah.
I know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's got ridiculous. I'll bet she likes Fabergé eggs. She's trash. She likes stupid little ceramic little doggies and things like the little,
Yeah.
you know, the little glass animals.
Unlike us,
Look like a
fine
third grader
art
mid.
No, but I feel like
connoisseur.
any
Yeah,
guy,
yeah, she ain't no connoisseur.
any
We're
guy
connoisseur.
would have flipped out, and the fact that he just like held his composure and was like, "I guess
got
I'll get
sad.
used to it."
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, "Oh my
I'm
god!"
just picturing Eeyore, but in real life. Oh, my grandfather's paintings are gone. I guess I'll go drown myself in the lake.
Oh, poor guy.
I'm glad you took away the 10 square feet where I got to express myself.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If me and my wife had like a house and didn't live in this dingy little 2-bedroom, and I had an office, I would be
all
mad.
these paintings would be gone because this is my stuff, and I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that he'd be like, "This isn't no."
As a connoisseur, my wife's paintings that she made are not fine art, and I would get them out of my office. No,
These
they're
are
great.
nice.
They're great, dude. She crushes it. She
Those are
crushes
really
it.
good.
That's you should sell it to some guy's grandfather. You know what I mean?
I
I'll bet
know.
some guy's
You
grandfather
painted
would give
these?
you a lot of money.
yeah.
Yup.
Oh,
That's all her.
sick. Oh, thank you.
Yup, yup.
Wonderful.
No, but I feel very stupid. I don't know. I do feel like the only reason why everything's kind of just in my style is because he goes to work, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll do knickknacks.
I did a paint by numbers
I know.
during COVID.
That's the thing is I'm knickknackless, and my grandfather didn't pass any paintings down to me, so I'm good. She can put up whatever she wants.
But I mean, look, I have a butt cat over there, like right
Oh,
behind
what?
you. It's a log, and it's a cat.
Yeah.
Here,
Right
show
here.
it. It's a
little butt cat.
So
Here's how little I care about the walls. I didn't notice this butt cat till right now.
It's
been here for years,
it's a
apparently.
so my sister's how would you say it? My sister's dad my sister's husband's dad made the butt cat thing.
Brother-in-laws.
So, yeah, brother. I don't know.
They have a weird poly relationship.
So
Go ahead.
no. So like, I don't know. When he thinks you're part of the family, he makes you a butt cat. It's funny.
Oh, that's cool.
That's worthless, but I like it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I like the butt cat.
It's this is how little I notice things. I didn't notice. I've noticed the log, never noticed the butt cat till now. I honestly thought it was some kind of alt-right, one of those new kind of Nazi-ish things to like Zeke Kyle, the cartoon green frogs on 4chan. You know what I mean? I thought it was one of those kind of symbols, and I didn't really think nothing about it.
Speaking of, this makes me think of my mom and dad. One of the forever things she holds over him is they were at a garage sale or estate or garage sale one time, and my mom saw this painting of a blue dog painting, and she goes, that looks good, that's valuable.
There you
And my
go.
dad, it was $800. My dad was like, we're not spending $800
What the hell?
on a
Wow.
piece of art. And my mom was like, Mike, I'm pretty sure it's valuable. Cut to, they come to find out that painting was worth $88,000.
No fucking way.
Wow.
And
Why did
my
she guess that?
mom-
Does she know like art or?
I think she had like heard or seen something about it and like just kind of had a faint notion.
Wow.
And so she forever. But my dad counters with, well, the amount of bad investments you have had, Beanie Babies chief among them. Or as I call them, the Midwestern mom's cryptocurrency.
That's great.
You would be better off investing in an NFT of a Beanie Baby than Beanie. That's pretty rough, man.
We thought that was going to take us
Yeah,
to the
I remember
tippity
that.
top.
I
thought
remember
was
that.
going to own property in Central Park.
No, I'm from Iowa originally. I come from white trash that
Oh, you
fucking
know the
invested
Beanie Baby?
in toys and shit.
With
Yeah,
the Princess Diana
Oh,
Beanie
yeah.
Baby, that was the one where you're like,
Oh,
you're going to be able to
man.
retire at 45.
Yeah.
If you have a Princess Diana Beanie Baby.
Well,
Yeah.
how many did they make of those?
A lot. And enough. You ever heard of the Dutch tulip crash?
Dutch tulip.
Do you know that one?
No.
There was like a tulip crash in like the 1700s. They became in the Netherlands like, oh my god, these tulips, and so they became so valuable.
No, I
Everyone
do know
started
that. Yeah,
making tulips.
I've heard of this. Yeah,
and so then I'm telling it so poorly. Everyone started making tulips, and then when everyone's making tulips, they're worthless.
right.
So it was like
yeah,
that.
it's like a fad and it's supply and demand kind of thing.
It was
you know?
poorly.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very poorly told
Yeah.
by me, though.
Gotcha,
if I do
gotcha.
say so
Well, so
myself.
basic, because here's the thing. Here's what I see happening is a bunch of people ended up buying the Princess Diana Beanie Baby, and if you got a Beanie Baby, I'm so dumb. But if you are the owner of a Beanie Baby factory, you're gonna be like, dude, let's fucking sew together a few more of these,
Right.
and not tell anyone we did it, and just
Right.
kind of quietly flood the market with it,
I'll
and we make
sell
all the
you.
money.
Well, there's that Beanie Baby movie too.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I watched it a couple months ago. It's called like the Beanie Baby Bubble.
What?
But
No
yeah,
way.
there's a whole movie on it. And
Is
at one
it a
point, like, they were-
documentary?
no, but there's like
okay.
real actors.
Wait,
like
they made like a movie.
Yeah, about just like
I
the
still
bubble
want to
and
watch
everything.
it. I
It's-
still want to watch it.
But yeah, there were points where like literally like trucks were being run off the road because people
Yeah,
were like
right.
getting Beanie Babies by running trucks off the road.
Wait, they
got
Beanie
the
Baby
way.
Bandits.
that
Oh my
rocks.
God.
Just showing up with the cowboy hat and the bandana, just robbing the
Fucking
train.
pistol for a plush stuffed animal. Oh my god! I'm holding. Hey, I will. and
That Beanie
anyone-
Baby bubble.
Anyone listening, I will sell you all of my Beanie Babies at a really reasonable price.
Now that's a movie I want to see.
You
My
want
name's Beanie Baby Bob. You hand over the babies and no one gets hurt.
yeah, they just did.
Listen, we need a college education going for our kids, so we might be interested.
Yeah, you buy them. You buy them. I tell you what, your kid will be educated.
That's right.
And
That's right.
how not to invest.
Yeah, our descendants are going to be like, how do we still have this house out here in Long Island? Well, my grandfather he robbed the Beanie Baby train way back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, he's
Buried the Beanie Babies until 50 years later. The old man died with the map sold into his cowboy hat.
You know what I think is funny about this whole question? She went to all this length to like redecorate everything. And she's like, he's gonna love it once he comes home, just to find out that he's never liked her style and kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, he's a man.
You know, and he's just always been like, just give me my corner and I will let you do whatever you want to this house.
The arrogance.
Oh yeah,
the
dude.
arrogance to not to go. Oh, you took out all of my favorite
Yeah.
things and hid them in a storage facility
Oh,
miles away. Why would he? And probably just replaced it with like basic Crate and Barrel chic, or I
Oh,
don't know,
yeah,
just,
dude.
or just IKEA stuff.
Yep, notice she didn't say what she replaced it with. And again, I'm very, very suspicious when they leave out key details. What's your great stuff that you're a connoisseur of that you put in there? What kind of horseshit? I'll bet it's BB Baby. I'll bet she just nailed a bunch of Princess Diana Beanie Baby to the fucking wall. He was like, look, they're collector's items.
I don't know.
Would-
I feel like it's like hands down. You have to feel bad for this guy right away.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, fellas can't catch a break, man. I mean, what do you want? What would you wait? Let's say tomorrow you guys are given a big house, right? Just humongous house.
Dude, that would
what
rock.
would you do with your own personal office room? What would you like to decorate it with? And you have a pretty much infinite budget, so.
Wow, I have no idea.
Fine
it's
art?
Like, I don't know. It's just like to be able to move in a space. It's like so foreign to me.
Yeah.
You
Sorry, maybe too
We would,
unrealistic.
yeah, dude. Honestly, if
And
you
for
could see
New
the rest of our
Yorkers, we're
apartment,
like,
yeah, We feel like the old man in Shawshank Redemption when he got out and was asking permission to piss at the grocery store. You know what I mean? We're like that guy of space. We're just, you know what I mean? I saw an automobile once when I was a kid, and they're everywhere now. Like, we're that guy when it comes to,
I feel bad because
extra
like
rooms.
when we have gone to visit my grandparents because they have a regular house in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and when we've gone to go visit them, both our Chihuahuas and our 1.5-year-old has the same reaction. They just run up and down the hallways like, is this how you're supposed to live your life? Oh my God. Wait, there's a front door and a back door? What? There's grass in the back? What?
What's this long, skinny room that connects all the other rooms? This is crazy. They got so many rooms, they needed a room to put all their room. This is
Oh my
why.
gosh, there's stairs and they're not outside. What?
Yeah.
That's
The only
hilarious.
stairs we have are the ones that the homeless men shoot up on. They have stairs within their homes and they have carpet on them.
Oh my God, that's really funny. It's such a foreign world.
Oh, yeah.
You are right. New York does make us real. Like, it's good to realize how much space you don't need, but of course, would be nice to have a little more.
That's why that reality series
That's
of
right.
tiny houses just pissed me off. Like, it's like there's a reality show called Tiny Houses. Oh, you need to live this way. It's for the environment. Just fucking move to New York.
Right. Just come to the East Village. What are you doing?
I'll show you
also,
tiny.
any of those tiny houses are way bigger than any apartment you're going to get in New York City
Right.
also.
Right.
Which is, I get so mad when I watch that show. I'm like, stop it.
Tiny house. It's only 8,000 square feet.
I know.
Fuck you, fucking asshole.
I've only got room for 2 cars and a bicycle in my garage. It's so tiny.
They're like, oh look, they're like, this table can fold up and now it's a bookshelf. I'm like, that's what I would also sleep on. That would be my bed, my table.
We don't have room for a table or a bookshelf. We have a coffee table that goes in front of the TV and we podcast on it.
What would you put yours?
Oh, dude, I'll tell you exactly what I would put. I would get paintings in that office of this shitty little 2-bedroom apartment, and I would look at that, and it would keep me humble.
And
It would keep me grounded.
Here, I thought he was gonna say paintings of my wife.
Yeah, well, that'll keep me humble as well. No, I would get paintings that my wife made of my wife. I would get self-portraits by my wife. Boom. Boom.
Good answer.
That's what I would do.
Does that help the fight at all? Is he?
Huh?
Does that help him in the fight at all?
We'll find out when we hit stop. won't we? She got a podcast.
I love the idea that if you don't have a good episode, it makes it worse between you two. She had some good singers.
Yeah, dude, she smacks me around if I'm not fucking witty enough. And then the next day at work, I show up and I'm like, no, I slipped. You know what I mean? It's icy out. And they're like, Jake, it's April. It wasn't slippery.
She's got standards. Come on.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, you're in for a beating after the show.
Yeah. My boss takes me aside. He's like, Jake, you weren't funny on the podcast last time. I'm not. I was trying to riff. I couldn't. I was scared. I still had bruises from the day before.
That's so funny. Well, I would put a bunch of soccer stuff in my room.
My parents just commented, "We're not your grandparents." I'm sorry. I meant when we go to visit my parents' house.
There we go.
Sorry. And my 1.5, we visit grandparents.
Boom.
Sorry.
Boom.
But you kind of call them grandma in front of the kids.
I do say mom, though. I forget. And I'm like, yeah, but I do say grandma and grandpa when. Mm-hmm. But, my kid can't talk yet, so.
Fair enough.
I
Fair
messed
enough.
up.
It's nice the family supporting. They're watching.
Yes, thank you for the family support.
Thank you for the support. I would.
They're like, we're supporting you. We're not that old. Okay.
I honestly don't know what I would put in the room. In fact, now that I think about it, Amy, when we first started dating, thought I was weird because I didn't, in my other apartment, she was like, you have nothing on the walls. You're like a serial killer. How long have you been in here? And I was like, 4 years. She was like,
scrawled on the wall every dash for every day, like the prison in Mount Conte Cristo.
There's a woman's fingernail pressed into this wall. What the hell is
Can I
this?
tell you a quick anecdote about how men don't design or decorate? So the fact that the guy did shows it really meant something.
Hey, that's a good goddamn point.
You
That
know
is
what
a
I mean?
great
Because
point.
we-
because
His
I didn't
granddad
used to.
did, and then he kept it.
Yeah.
We don't design. We don't
No.
decorate. When I
Hate
moved
it.
into my apartment that I live in, first off, I should preface this with this. I don't pay rent. The reason I don't pay rent is
What?
That rocks, dude. Rent is bullshit.
I don't have heat or hot water. Okay. So, but I do a
Are
little.
you a squatter?
No. he knows I'm there. I got a key.
Do you have electricity in your apartment?
Not to flex on you, but I do. Okay.
Okay.
I have outlets and everything.
Okay.
Is it an old abandoned Blockbuster?
No. And I
get
also
all
have
They left the
DVDs
DVD,
on
so
one.
it's cool.
Yeah, dude. I got Hitch on Blu-ray. It's great.
Director's cut.
Yeah.
You girls want to come back and watch something called special features?
So-
you ain't got that shit on Netflix.
But here's why I bring the story up: is the people who lived in the apartment before me, or it's actually Brownstone.
You mean the people that actually live there now that you're squatting?
Yeah, before. No, truly though. You ready?
Okay.
It was a cult of Christian monks.
Oh, hell yeah,
God,
dude.
Who had the same living situation. They worked for the landlord in the way that I do.
See, I don't like Christian monks because they shave little bald spots in their heads, and I think that's cultural appropriation.
It is. Yes,
I don't like
is.
it.
Do you have a bald spot?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Tell us about it.
And I'll do better than that. I'll show you. Bam! People listen to the
God.
podcast.
God.
That's
Oh,
why.
God.
That's why you gotta get on YouTube to check out my bald spot.
And so they had Jesus and religious stuff everywhere.
Nice.
So when they moved out and I moved in, they moved out because they had a mission trip in Africa, and then I got involved because a friend involved me to live at the house. I move in. There's
How's Africa doing now that they saved it?
better. They've saved it, and anyone who converts to
Fuck yeah,
Christianity is guaranteed to have a better life.
Nice.
This is a very
Africa solved. Those guys had their back.
They're headed to Israel, Palestine next.
Boom, boom. I heard good things are happening
That's
over
a
there.
really funny solution. They just need to be Christians.
They just need
Yeah.
Jesus.
They just need if they just had Jesus.
I think reason y'all's is so upset is because you have that shitty turkey bacon in your
Y'all
breakfast
just
sandwich.
need Jesus.
So they moved in. They moved out. All the Jesus stuff everywhere. One night when I was living there, I went on a Tinder date. The lady came back to my apartment, and we were having tea in my living room. And then she just goes, "Oh my God!" And I go, "What?" And she goes, "You really love Jesus." And I'm such a dumb dude. I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then I look behind me. The bookshelf has about 50 Bibles in it. and she's like, then I tried to make it better by explaining to her, "Don't worry, it was just the monks who lived here."
I'm squatting in an old
I'm
Upper East Side
squatting.
monastery.
I'm squatting. It was a brownstone in Bed-Stuy, and then she's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Well, there's no heat or hot water," and it just,
Yeah, don't worry, I don't love Jesus at all. They're Trump Bibles. I'm not religious.
So I couldn't throw the Bibles out, but I did donate them to a church.
That's nice, yeah.
You can't throw a Bible out.
Yeah, I feel like I would have done the same thing. I
You
would be
can't.
like,
I'll throw out a
and if they
bullshit-
wouldn't accept it, I would just like leave it by the doorstep of a library. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have given a shit. I'm not religious. I'd have sold it to the church. I'd have said, come on, I know you're getting collection plates money. You're not paying taxes on. You want these Bibles, cough it up. Come
no,
on
I'm not
now.
really that religious, but like weird stuff like that, I can't. I just can't.
It's funny, like I come from a religious family, and like I spent some of the pandemic in Louisiana with my family, and it's like all like my mom's spare bedroom. It's like all Jesus pictures and family photos, and I was like, all right, lights have to be off to masturbate. This is weird. Oh god, too many Jesus pictures. He's watching.
See, I keep it on. He's got those rocking abs. Huh? They
that's
wouldn't
my
have dressed him all sexy like that up there if they
yo.
didn't want me to have a good time.
And they gave him a nice bulge in some.
Dude, they
Check it
gave me
out.
anal beads and stuff. You know what I mean? With the little,
church?
the
Before
little,
we
with the
go,
little, the
I
little
want to
beads.
read Joel's comment. He said, I lived in
It's
a
a
house
rosary
for
joke.
20 years. The only wall decorations are posters around my music area. No family pictures or anything
Boom.
else.
Boom.
Yeah, Joel.
That's
Yes,
right.
Queen.
Yeah,
slay.
I
That's
feel
right.
like don't,
Work.
especially if the guy's not being a hoarder and he's being very realistic, because he said he knows that the stuff doesn't worth anything, but it means something to him. Don't touch a guy's little corner. Like, just don't.
Yeah.
Let him have it.
It
I
doesn't matter
agree.
how. She would be out of line. Amy would be out of line if she did this to my office, even if I just had one tattered Detroit Lions Barry Sanders poster from the 90s. I would, let alone heirlooms from my grandfather. This is crazy.
I know. I feel bad. Anyways, I feel like we had a good podcast.
Yes, absolutely. This has been a great podcast, man. Thank you to both of our guests. Thank you to Hurricane Hope.
Yeah,
Thank you to Bret
Hurricane
Raybould.
Hurricane
It happened.
Yes,
Brett.
Hurricane
Actually,
Bret.
Typhoon Bret. May I?
Yeah, absolutely.
My
Time
Tinder
for Bret.
profile name was Slight Drizzle Jake. It was for different reasons. Anyway,
Seasonal depression.
yeah, we'll call it that. Get tested, everybody. This has been an awesome episode. Thank you guys to our guests. Thank you to our listeners. Thank you most of all to the listeners in the chat, man. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to Marlene. Thank you to Thomas. Until next week, like and subscribe. We are live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Until next time.
Slay.